try and get the fuck out of here now.
We're in a park.
We're in a park?
I don't know where we are, but we're free. Okay, do you have any idea where we are?
I know over there's a major street. We're gonna figure out where we are. We're gonna get the fuck out of here.
So you have no idea where we are?
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Why was this trip longer than the first one?
Well, because we went further. We're back where we left off last time. We entered through the manhole we went out at. And hopefully we're going to make it to the Bathurst flood rooms this time. It was harder to move around in, it was a smaller space. And also we did end up going the whole length. I'm in industrial quality control, so I often have to go into lots of small confined spaces like that. Does the camera look like it's still taking video? The one that's strapped to my head.
What is the light supposed to blink?
I don't know. Let's see what's going on here. Doesn't look like it's still taking video, right? The sewer for most of the duration was harder. It was harder to move around in, it was a smaller space. And also we did end up going the whole length of the storm drain. It's a tin can. Want some lunch? Let's fry it up for lunch. We saw much more rats. We saw like one rat on the first trip, like scurry away, and this time we saw many rats. Potentially, yes, you could get bitten by a rat if you go to where rats live.
Rat?
Oh yeah, I forgot to rat check. It's very important to do a rat check. A rat check is something we decided that we should do because as you see in the video, like you'll go from a tunnel into an open space. Whenever you enter an area like this, where it's coming through, you have no idea what the fuck's going on. Like I could literally run like this into a rat. That's the rat. God damn it, rat. I'm worried for the rat.
Fuck the rat.
I don't intend to try to intentionally stick my face into a rat. Fucking rat. Oh, shit.
What? Oh, God.
There was a rat on like one of those little rungs you climb up, like this far from my face. Like through no fault of mine or the rat's fault, I could connect our faces and he might feel inclined to bite me. So, just make sure that doesn't happen. Should probably, you know, check for rats next time. Don't stick your head where a rat's likely to be. Well, no, you do never know for sure. But the only time I felt like I wanted to turn back was when I wasn't sure if we were going the right direction. Like, I wanted to make it to the flood rooms pretty much no matter what.
Yep. I dig up that. What the fuck is that? The pipe. Another pipe?
That pipe wasn't in any of the photos or anything we had seen when we did research into this. The water was kind of deep and you had to like crawl on it like this. It was, you know, do that for 15 minutes to half an hour, it gets tiring. I'm somewhat worried about the fact this wasn't in the video. Or on the website, there's no pictures of this thing. You remember there being any, Alex? No. The only time I felt like I wanted to turn back was when I wasn't sure if we were going the right direction. Well, we checked into a map before we did this time, and apparently from the flood room, which we're trying to get to, there's a small diameter pipe leaving the southeast corner of the flood room and joining this branch. So if this is a small diameter pipe, then we shouldn't have that much further to go. If you're going the wrong way, then you're just crawling under Toronto to you don't know where. And because of it, if you don't get where you're going, then you're going to, and it's all for nothing, then you're going to have to go back. Turn back. Well, it said that a few times before.
If I see a body, I'm just turning around.
Yeah, that's probably your call. Turn back was mildly disconcerting because it made me feel like we might be going the wrong way. Well, half of them just said stopped. So I'm like, I'm not concerned about those. Stop too. I know, it says stop too. Not stop though, or stop. I don't know, I thought for the most part they were helpful and offered guidance. That was my feelings about the signs.
But you're always trying to like come up through a new area.
Well, I wanted to come out through a new area because I didn't want to go all the way back. Yeah, but what if I find another manhole cover I can go at? Research we did into this told us that there would be some kind of valve mechanism that was supposed to be controlled by a floating tennis ball that would basically open a release valve if the water reached a certain level by floating up and pulling on a valve. But when we got to where the tennis meter ball should have been, someone who had been there previously had broken it, so we didn't actually get to see that.
The custom
I guess there was as much vandalism as there possibly could be down there, because you can't exactly vandalize concrete walls other than painting them, and there's a fair amount of tagging. But that being said, the only thing that could have been broken down there was broken down there, so I guess, yeah. We just went over where the tennis ball valve should have been, but it looked like someone destroyed it. But yeah, we're in a much wider diameter tunnel now, and hopefully this will lead us to a giant room for flooding. Yes, I did fall, but I managed to miss the slime on the bottom of the tunnel.
Shit, are you okay?
Yeah.
You dropped
Yeah, I'm not putting that back on my head. Like every piece of dirt or whatever that's on the street is obviously going to get washed into the sewer, well, storm drain. No, do not take video of that.
Don't take a video of what?
Like, obviously it's not a place that's full of shit, but it's not a clean place, like. Well, it's just fucking sediment from the tunnel, but you're going to say it's shit on the video. I missed most of it. I missed the majority of the slime.
Okay, let's get out of here. Oh my god, I think this is it.
Yes. Holy fuck, Alex.
Really?
Oh yeah.
We did it?
Oh yeah.
We did it.
We did it. It's so big, even the fucking giant elevator. Just being in such a small space forever and then coming into such a giant open space. It's quite a feeling. We won. It's the prize at the end of the sewer, the giant fucking room. Yeah, it was the prize at the end of the sewer. Well, after the long and harrowing journey, we finally made it to the Spadina Bathurst flood room. At times, we really thought about going back. I'm debating whether it's worth it because we have the whole journey back ahead of us. I just almost slipped and died back in the tunnel.
Is it everything you wanted it to be?
Well, I wanted it to be a giant room, or a fairly large room, at the end of the subway, or at the end of the sewer. And it seems to be a room that's so large I can't see the end of it with Alex's super high power light. So I guess it's more than I want it to be by definition. As big as that room is, on the other side is another giant room that's exactly the same as that room. It goes over this concrete wall down the other side.
So what's
Not looking forward to the trip back.
No, I'm not either. That's why I want to get it over with.
Well, now we never have to come again.
Cross this one off the list. Okay.
Yeah, it was a hell of a one.
It was a hell of a one.
We didn't get lost. We were right to continue. We were done and we could go back.
Yep, beef burgers right here.
That's his. Yep. So can I break to each?